Hola, hola, hello.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to Funwedge.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to Funnelheads. Today we're going to be going over everything free on the Carnival Miracle. Now this video will also work for the rest of the Spirit class ships, which include, of course, the Spirit, the Miracle, the Legend, and the Pride. They are all sister ships in this class, so the information is going to work for all of them. There may be slight differences, but overall you'll be good to go. Now, if this is your very first time coming across the channel, or maybe you have seen us before but have not hit that subscribe button, please consider doing so. We do regular cruise content here, whether it's vlogs or informative videos. We also have a 5-year-old, so we know what it's like to cruise with a toddler, and we are always in the comment section answering questions as soon as possible. Please hit that like button, but let's get right into today's video. Now, the first category we're going to discuss is everyone's favorite, and that is food. Now, one thing to note about food before we get into it is if you're new to cruising, or you haven't cruised in a while, or maybe you just didn't know, you can absolutely order multiple dishes or the same dish several times. For example, they're serving lobster tails one night in the main dining room. You can absolutely order 2-3 of that dish. Of course, you don't want to waste any food, but absolutely, order until you get full, as well as try new things. Again, you don't want to waste food, but if there's something, like frog legs or escargot that you have never had the opportunity to try and want to try it, absolutely order that. There's no place better than to try it on a cruise ship. You already paid for it. It's included, so go ahead and try it. You might just like it. Now, for the free food, let's start in the main dining room, where you can have breakfast on port days only, as well as, of course, dinner every day, whether it's your time dining, early or late dining. If you don't know what those options mean, I did a video on that. I will try to link it in the description box if you want to check that out. Of course, going up to the buffet on the Lido deck, you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner there every day of the week as well. Now, for breakfast, they do have an omelet station, which is a create your own omelet, all different types of vegetables and meats that you can put on it, of course cheese as well. You could also do eggs any style, whether it's over easy or egg whites only. Now, also on the Lido deck, you have pizza that opens early and closes late. They have 6 to 8 different pizzas to choose from, and they are made fresh. Also, the wildly popular Guy's Burger that is open for lunch and closes pretty much right before dinner. They also have about 6 to 8 different burgers to choose from. But if you, just want to create your own, you can order a fresh burger with the fries and then use the condiment station to add all the different condiments and sauces that you want. Now, next to Guy's Burger, you have the Blue Iguana Cantina, which is also open for breakfast and lunch. For breakfast, you can customize your own breakfast burrito with eggs, sausage, hash browns, and any other types of condiments that you want on it. Now, for lunch, they also have burritos. You can add, chicken, sometimes shrimp, pork, beef, as well as tacos and taco salad. Michelle absolutely loves the taco salad. She puts a ton of guacamole on it. I think she just eats it for the guacamole, but it is amazing as well. Now, moving right along, also on the Lido deck, you have the deli, which is one of our favorite spots. They have about 10 different sandwiches and wraps, some hot, some cold. All of them are fantastic. We've never had a deli sandwich that was bad. They also serve fresh French fries as well as cookies at the deli. Now, on the other side of the deli, you have a place called Chopsticks, which was actually my favorite place to eat for lunch. It is basically Chinese food, and it tastes wonderful. They always have, different things from day to day, and the soups there are fantastic. Highly recommend eating there for lunch. Now, lastly, on the Lido deck, you have your dessert bar, which of course has all of your pies, cakes, cookies, jello, as well as your salad bar where you can make your own salad with all different types of condiments, as well as they have, a variety of different pre-made salads that you can choose from. And finally, on the Lido deck, you have your ice cream and yogurt stations that typically has rotating chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, as well as mixed on both the yogurt and the ice cream. Now, lastly, two things I wanted to add for the free food, but I think are the most important ones, is Sea Day brunch. I highly recommend you doing this at least once during your cruise. The food is absolutely wonderful, and they have some of the best food in the main dining room for the Sea Day brunches. Don't want to miss out on it. And then finally, the room service. Now, some of the room service items do come with an upcharge. However, most of the items are free. The only thing is you're probably going to want to, tip a little bit for the food runner that comes to deliver your room service. But this is a great idea, especially, if you have to get up early, you have a shore excursion, or whatever the case is, even if it's just some coffee, maybe some pastries, something light. We do it all the time, and it saves us a ton of time, especially with our son. Now, the next free category that we're going to discuss is the drink category. Now, this is the one category that I think cruise industry-wide could do a lot better at, just providing a better selection or just more choices that would be free. But let's get right into it. So the first drink that's going to be free on your cruise is going to be fountain water. Unfortunately, bottled water is an upcharge, so just know that going in. I do drink the fountain water typically kind of like 50-50. And I just add a lot of ice. I don't really taste the difference, but just know that, if you drink bottled water, you're going to have to pay for it. It may be a good idea to prepay for some bottled water, delivered to your stateroom beforehand. We've done that as well, so just a thought there. Now, for breakfast, they do offer a variety of juices. Some include orange juice, apple juice, and mango guava. Now, for lunch and dinner, that switches over to lemonade and iced tea. Now, for my southern friends, this is not sweet tea, so just know this going in. It's going to be unsweetened tea from the fountain. However, they do have, a variety of sugars and lemon where you could make your own sweet tea if that's something that you enjoy. They also provide milk and chocolate milk, hot chocolate, regular coffee, decaf coffee, and hot water with variety of tea bags. And that is basically all of the drinks that are free. Again, it's a very slim category. Hopefully they can expand upon it in the near future, but that is what's free at the moment. Now let's move on to the next free category, and that is going to be the entertainment that's included in your cruise, starting off with one of our favorites, and that is the piano bar, which typically opens around 9 o'clock and stays open until there is a crowd. This is one of our favorite things to do, so I highly recommend it. Great place to, just socialize, meet people, sing, and have a couple of drinks. Again, check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. Next up, we have the Punchliner Comedy, which offers different style shows, one family friendly and typically one adult show that's late at night. Now, the great thing about the comedy club is that the performers are always changing. So you might have, the same performer for a couple of nights, doing different routines. It's usually never the same. And then that comedian gets off, another one comes on at your next destination, and you get all new material. So the comedy club is something you could pretty much do every night and always have, different material, different laughs to enjoy. Now, in the main theater, which on the Carnival Miracle is the Phantom Theater, you're going to have your playlist productions, your Broadway-style shows, variety acts, singing, dancing. So if that's your style, that is where you're going to want to go most nights. Now, if you're somebody that likes to sing and perform, then karaoke is probably the place that you're going to want to be. And karaoke is usually daily, as well as trivia. Now, trivia, you have all different types of categories: sports, movies, TV shows, cruise trivia, but they have trivia sometimes several times a day, but at least once a day throughout the ship. Now, if you just want to listen to some live music, this ship definitely has its options, whether it's in the Alchemy Bar, the Atrium, the Red Frog Pub, or the Lido Deck. Typically, you can find all different types of acts, whether it's violins, solo artists, acoustic guitars, singers, All of them are tremendous. Now up on the Lido deck, depending on, your length of cruise as well as the cruise director itself, you'll have different theme parties. Some of these examples are the White Night, the 90s Rock and Glow, as well as your Sail Away party. The great thing about these parties is some of the people will dress up, a lot of the entertainment squad and the cruise director will dress up, and it's just a great night to do some line dancing, let loose, maybe have a drink or two, and what perfect way to dance than under the stars while you're sailing. It's absolutely a great way to spend the night. Now, if you didn't dance enough at the deck parties, the club opens late and stays open late. It's typically kind of the same thing with the piano bar. As long as there's people dancing, drinking, having fun, then the DJ will keep it open. One note, if you ever see me or Michelle or Rhett in the dance club, you kick us out immediately and tell us to go to bed, because it is way past our bedtime. And finally, the last thing that I can think of for entertainment is going to be the Joker card room. This is a room where typically people will bring their own, card games, dice, board games, and play in the room. However, the cruise ship does offer several different board games. Now, if the pieces are all there, who knows? It all depends on who used it last. They also have books in this area as well that you can borrow, so it's a great day, or a great area to hang out in, especially, if you want some quiet, or if it's a rainy day, you'll typically find us there. Alright, so the last free category that we're going to discuss is the other category, and this is just items that don't fit into the previous three categories that we talked about. Starting off with all of the pools and hot tubs, of course, are free. Your water slides are going to be free. The gym itself, if you're somebody that likes to wake up and go to the gym, or just use the gym throughout the day. Now, there are certain classes and stuff like that in the gym that do cost extra, but just using the weights and the machines are absolutely free. The room, of course, is going to be included in your cruise fare, whether you booked, a interior ocean view, balcony, suite. If you have any questions on any of the room types, I did videos on each and every one of those, so I'll try to link that in the description box as well if you're interested in learning about, what the differences are between the different cabins, as well as pros and cons. Also, your destinations or ports of call are included in your cruise fare. Of course, what you do at those destinations can cost a lot of money depending on what you decide to do. But to be honest, there's definitely, ports and different destinations that we travel to all the time where we will spend either no or very little money because there's something to do right around the corner, whether it's, a beach or whatnot. So my best advice, if you're trying to, kind of cruise cheap or on the cheap, just look into some of the destinations beforehand, see what you can do at those ports for very little or no money. If you have any questions on maybe some examples of that, hit me up in the comment section. I can absolutely answer any of those questions. Now, of course, your sports area is going to be free on the ship. That includes, basketball, shuffleboard, foosball, and I'm sure many others. I'm just forgetting off the top of my head. Also, when you get on the ship and either download the Carnival Hub app or go to guest services to pick up your fun times, which is basically your activity sheet for that day. It changes every day. You'll have a ton of list of activities that go on. Now, these activities on this list usually only happen once per cruise. So if there's something that you really are looking forward to, you don't want to miss, make sure you try to get to it. Some examples of these items are, your ice carving on the Lido deck, your ship meetups with different groups, as well as scavenger hunts. There are tons and tons of different fun activities that the entertainment director, the cruise director, and the fun squad plan. So definitely make sure that's something that you look at, as soon as you wake up in the morning or even the night before to kind of see what's going on. You don't want to oversleep and, miss something that's really important to you. Now, one thing I did forget to mention that was free in the sports area is the mini golf, which is our son, our 5-year-old's favorite thing to do. I would just recommend doing it while the ship is in port for the day. Maybe do it the first day, before you leave. But it is a lot of fun, absolutely free. Now, the last two things I wanted to mention that are free are going to be the Serenity area, which is your adults only area. On this ship, it is on the Lido deck all the way aft, so all the way on the back of the ship. And in this area, it's quiet. All you can hear is the wake from the ship if you're moving, of course. You have your own bar, your own comfortable loungers, your own pool, your own hot tub. Wonderful place, to read a book or just relax, maybe catch a nap. And the last thing that is free that some people do not know is that if you go to guest services at any point in the cruise and ask for a deck of cards, they will give you a brand new deck of cards for you to either use on the ship or bring home as a keepsake, maybe give it out as a souvenir. So we always get at least one deck of cards every single cruise. We kind of collect them. So now that's it. That is nearly everything on the Carnival Miracle, on the Spirit class ships that are included in your cruise fare. I say nearly because I'm sure I'm forgetting a handful of items. If there's something that you can think of that I didn't mention, put it in the comment section below so we can help each other out. I appreciate it as always, watching the video, supporting the channel. Now again, if you're new to the channel or returning and haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so, becoming part of our Funnelhead family. We'd absolutely love to have you. Clicking like and commenting on the video really helps us out, doesn't cost anything, and we truly appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you right back here in the next video or on a cruise ship. Catch you later.